Mount Fuji has his snow cap back on, so that means winter is here again, and I'm sure there are plenty of riders like me with cold hands. Heated grips are usually sold as a rather pricey dealer option on new bikes. Triumph certainly wins the WTF prize for its $320 tubes of rubber and wire. Needless to say, I don't have them. But I found out the hard way that no matter how thick your gloves are, on a long ride the cold will find its way to your fingers eventually. Contrary to those prices you just saw, grip heaters aren't the most complex pieces of electronic equipment. Anyone who's made toast knows that all you need is an electric current and some wire. Not surprisingly, it didn't take long for China to master this toaster technology and start producing a range of products to warm the hands and hearts of motorcyclists. You can now get some heated grips for around $20, but for me, price isn't the issue. I'd only be using them for 2 or 3 months of the year at the most, so it seems a bit silly to permanently put wires on your bike just for grips that you won't be using much and might not even like the feel of. There are these heated gloves which look interesting, but they aren't very cheap, and having a battery in your glove seems like more trouble than it's worth. So that leaves these wraparound heat pads, which are simple and very reasonably priced. I'm going with the cheapest option available at around $18 US. They just need a 5V 2A USB port or an external battery, and you'll supposedly feel the heat 10 seconds after turning them on. You can even adjust the warmth to 3 levels, but you shouldn't risk your money on them. That's my job. Anyway, let's have a look what we have here. Made in China. Well, the price already says that. And it's even got a Japanese instruction manual, which is pretty unusual. But I guess Japan is a big market, so you want to keep them happy. Not a lot to these things. We've got a USB cable and some Velcro straps. Little USB cable is kind of made out of material. It's not plastic or anything. Here is our power button, and these are our grips, the warmers. Right, you can see the little wire running through there, so just like your toaster. And these go like, which way? Like this? They wrap around like that? Here it says te no hira ni mukatte, so that means this side is supposed to go towards your hand, and the side with the wiggly line, I think, it's not too clear. It's going to wrap around. I guess this is rubbery, so that kind of makes sense. Going to wrap around like that. These are going to go around as to sort of back it up like that. So I guess simple is the word. I don't know how that's going to feel. As you would imagine, installing these things is simple. Just line them up with the handlebars and start wrapping the grips. The length of cable seems just about right to fit most situations, and all you need is a USB port. Let's plug in and see what happens. When you turn them on, they start at the maximum warmth setting, so I guess that's not a bad idea. Well, I don't know if that was 10 seconds or not, but they're feeling nice and warm. The only thing left to do is tidy up the cables. I'm just going to use a Velcro tie, since in a month or two I'll be taking everything back off again. So no problem installing them on the Suzuki, but how do they look on the Husqvarna Svartpilen? Well, they don't add anything to the look of your bike, but I guess it's better than having frozen fingers. Let's get out on the road for a test ride. So, I've put the grips on to maximum heat, and I'm out here on this crisp winter's day, although thanks to global warming it's actually not that cold as it should be. So the grips feel a lot fatter, of course, but once you've grabbed onto them you kind of get used to it pretty quickly and it doesn't really matter. And they definitely do get warm pretty quickly. I mean, I don't know about 10 seconds, but certainly pretty quickly. My hands are feeling nice and warm already. Just one tip when putting them over your grips is to make sure the joint where the two ends meet up, have that so it goes into your, well, basically the palm of your hand near the thumb. And that way your fingers then line up nicely over the heating elements inside the pads. So when you wrap your fingers around, you feel warm all the way through. I'm pretty happy with them actually. Considering how cheap they are, I think they're perfect for what I need, which is something that's going to warm my hands up for the 1 month or so when it's very cold, and they can make winter riding a bit more comfortable. So they might not look so great. You've got the little cables dangling along. I guess if you did a little bit of work you could probably tidy that up a bit better, but they're not going to be on there for too long, so I can put up with not looking so cool for a few weeks. To sum up, I think for the very, very low price, the ease of installation, functionality seems to be fine. I mean, my hands are actually getting so warm I could probably turn down one level to the middle setting. So on the test ride, I think having them set on the maximum heat, there's only one small, well, I don't think you'd call it a problem, but of course every time you turn your bike off, the heat grip warmers also turn off then. You'll just have to hit the button again when you turn your bike back on, but I don't think that's such a big deal. So I'm going to give this budget mod a big thumbs up. And if you got something out of this video, please give it a big thumbs up too. Anyway, ride safely and thanks for watching.